When you saw that little girl and you thought that she could actually do curses, I could have definitely accused you of something, but I didn't.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at TV shows that started as one genre, but at some point drastically shifted gears. This includes a few spoilers.
Look what you did.
Number 10, Felicity.
I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, you can.
Do you promise we'll talk all the time?
Promise.
Okay.
Okay?
For most of its 4-season run, Felicity was a college drama grounded in reality, or at least as realistic as a WB show is expected to be. When a Season 3 episode touched upon sci-fi with a Twilight Zone homage, Season 4 dove into pure fantasy as a spell sends the titular character back in time to the start of her senior year. This gives Felicity another chance to choose between Noel and Ben, but her actions naturally have unforeseen consequences. This storyline isn't merely contained to a what-if episode. The last several episodes revolve around time travel. Although it's suggested this might have been a dream, several signs seemingly canonize an alternate reality. Not quite as jarring as Felicity's haircut, but it came close.
You were actually in my dream, too. You rescued me from a psych ward.
Oh, Benjamin, always so hero.
Number 9, Bojack Horseman. This animated series begins as an absurd satire about a washed-up sitcom actor who just so happens to be a horse. While the show never entirely abandons its comedy roots, the penultimate episode of Season 1 takes a sharp turn into psychological drama, as Bojack contemplates whether or not he's a good person.
I know that I can be selfish and narcissistic and self-destructive, but underneath all that, deep down, I'm a good person, and I need you to tell me that I'm good. Diane? Tell me, please, Diane, tell me that I'm good.
Throughout the following 5 seasons, we find that he isn't. Yes, Bojack has his sympathetic moments, but he's also the kind of man/horse who'll groom the underage daughter of a woman he claims to love. And that's not even his absolute worst offense.
And if you ever try to contact me or my family again, I will kill you.
Although Bojack's life seems like a comedy, it's truly a tragedy that slowly but surely catches up to him, along with the consequences of his actions.
Then, in an effort to cover for yourself, you waited to call the paramedics that might have saved her life. And you don't think you have any power over women.
Number 8, Twin Peaks.
You gonna let me in on whatever the hell is going on here?
Sheriff, we got a lot to talk about.
Twin Peaks was ahead of its time in more ways than one. David Lynch brought a cinematic eye when this was still uncommon for network TV. But it's in the storytelling where Twin Peaks truly broke new ground. The series starts as a small-town mystery revolving around the murder of Laura Palmer. Although it has a quirky edge from the get-go, the 3rd episode marks the first major shift into surrealism as Agent Dale Cooper enters the Red Room.
Almost like that. You sweet wash Laura Palmer.
But it is Laura Palmer.
From there, the show became increasingly supernatural and more complex than audiences initially anticipated. This might have been one of the reasons Twin Peaks was prematurely canceled, but it also gained the show a cult following that would lead to a revival. Number 7, Community.
No, Dad! What about you?
Well, that actually was from The Breakfast Club.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
At first, this sitcom might seem like a throwback to 80s comedies. The pilot is even dedicated to John Hughes. As Community unfolds, it becomes clear that this isn't exclusively a send-up of high school and college comedies. It's a satire of virtually every subgenre, from spaghetti westerns to conspiracy thrillers to zombie outbreaks. It also branched out to different formats, such as documentaries and animation.
What did you say we were, Abed?
We're stop-motion animated.
I don't understand what he's saying.
I never understand what any of you are saying.
The show didn't just change its premise with the community college backdrop becoming an afterthought. It pretty much changed genres on a weekly basis, yet maintained the show's signature wit throughout. While always a comedy at its core, to call Community a genre-bending show would be an understatement. It twisted genres into balloon animals.
He's teaching me about real conspiracies by erasing his existence.
My God, do you know what this means? That's how stupid Jeff thinks other people are.
Number 6, The Curse.
That's amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy, Idira. Mommy, happy. Yes. Son has a job, right?
Combining Nathan Fielder's cringe comedy with Benny Safdie's paranoid tension, The Curse carries an uneasy sentiment from the first episode when a young girl says she curses a TV host.
I curse you.
Okay. I'm gonna go get change, okay? So I'll be right back.
This gets inside the character's head, making him contemplate whether or not he is cursed as misfortune befalls him and his wife. The show keeps the audience guessing as well, although it never veers from reality until the season's last episode.
What's happening?
Why are you on the ceiling?
I don't know. Let me climb down.
Up until this point, you can chalk up everything that's happened to the characters as bad luck, bad karma, or simply their own ignorance. The curse gets real, though, as the protagonist literally floats off the floor into the sky. It goes all in on the supernatural and never looks back or down.
I can tell them to stop! Ducky, please! Please! I'm begging you! Stop!
Number 5, Baywatch Nights. This spin-off initially centered on Garner Ellerby starting his own detective agency, receiving help from Mitch Buchanan and company. The crime drama angle was already a deviation from the original Baywatch, but Baywatch Nights took an even sharper turn with its second season. With ratings floundering, the showrunners made a few tweaks. Ellerby was no longer part of the main cast, and it was now a paranormal investigation series like The X-Files.
Back off, Batwoman!
It's not a parody of a show desperately trying to stay afloat. It's the definition of one. While this franchise was never meant to be taken that seriously, we're still having a hard time wrapping our brains around the fact sea monsters, vampires, and demons are all officially part of the Baywatch lore. Number 4, Family Matters.
Hi, Mr. Winslow. I'm Steve Urkel.
Harriet and Carl Winslow appeared on Perfect Strangers before taking center stage in the spin-off Family Matters. Ironically, by the end of the first season, the family didn't matter much. The only one who truly mattered was Steve Urkel, who appeared several episodes in as an intended one-off guest star.
I hope you don't mind if I stay a while. My parents told me not to come home till 10. Got any cheese?
Jaleel White was so scene-stealing that the series began to center on Urkel and his inventions. It went from a family-centric sitcom to a sci-fi comedy, with Urkel building a transformation chamber, a teleportation device, and a time machine. The series was canceled before the team could move forward with a planned 10th season. After sending Urkel to space in what wound up being the series finale, though, was there anywhere else to go? Number 3, MASH.
What's a nug, sir? Well, a nug is a gun, sir. A 40 mm gun.
Richard Hooker's novel provided the basis for Robert Altman's 1970 movie centered on a mobile army surgical hospital. The Oscar-winning film was a black comedy. The TV series, which premiered 2 years later, maintained that comedic edge. With war being such a serious subject, though, perhaps it was inevitable that MASH evolved into a more dramatic, at times tragic show. The series wasn't the same after the season 3 finale, when radar dropped the bombshell that Henry Blake's plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan.
It spun in. There were no survivors.
With the cost of war hitting the characters and audience like never before, MASH took its most significant step from sitcom to dramedy with emphasis on the drama.
She killed it. She killed it.
She killed the chicken?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Number 2. Dark Shadows.
I want to know everything you have on the Collins family. Everyone who lives in that house on the hill, and anyone who has anything to do with them.
And then can I go back home to New York?
Although Dark Shadows always had a gothic ambiance, it more or less blended in with other daytime soap operas at the time, struggling in the ratings. After roughly 10 months, the writers injected a little more bite into the setup with the arrival of Barnabas Collins, a 175-year-old vampire. The show had introduced supernatural horror, opening the door for witches, werewolves, and other creatures. They even worked time travel into the equation.
Bye, Barnabas.
No, Sarah. Please don't leave me.
It sounds like a shark-jumping moment, but the switch worked, going from TV's lowest-rated soap to ABC's most-watched daytime show. It wouldn't be the last soap opera to take this approach, as Port Charles somehow went from a medical drama spin-off to steamy vampire romance. Yes, vampires exist in the General Hospital universe.
Don't you ever lay a hand on her again.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Doctor Who.
Frankly, I don't understand your attitude.
Yours leaves a lot to be desired.
Will you open the door?
There's nothing in there.
Then what are you afraid to show us?
Afraid? Go away.
Doctor Who has gone through many changes. When we say that, we're referring to both the titular Doctor and the show's tone. Certain elements have been present since the beginning, like the TARDIS.
She is in there!
Close the door, please. Barbara, what do you like?
Yet the series in its infancy is almost unrecognizable now for a variety of reasons. For starters, Doctor Who started as an educational program aimed at families. The TARDIS was used to travel through time, but the goal was to provide fun history lessons. There was also room for real science interspersed with science fiction. With the creation of beings like Daleks, Doctor Who drifted further away from its educational purposes. While sci-fi has been a constant, the franchise has experimented with an array of genres throughout its more than 60-year history.
I'm the Doctor. I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Kasterborous. I'm 903 years old, and I'm the man who's going to save your lives and all 6 billion people on the planet below.
Can you think of any other shows that change genres? Let us know in the comments.
Hey, aren't you the horse from Horsin' Around?